So in this class we are going to prove an important theorem that is asked many times in the examination. Before that you write the definition of a null space. What is null space? Null space is also called kernel of linear transformation. Okay, you first write the definition of kernel. Definition: null space kernel null space or null space of a linear transformation. In the earlier class we have defined range of linear transformation in the previous video. So now we are going to define null space of a linear transformation. So let U of f and V of f be any two vector spaces, and T from U to V be a linear transformation, Okay, null space of T is denoted by n of T and is defined as n of T equal to, you look at n of T and the null space of T is the linear transformation. N of T equal to, it consists alpha such that T of alpha equal to 0 cap. Alpha such that T of alpha equal to 0 cap anamata. So that means what? T of alpha equal to 0 cap means what? This is U, V. U is a domain, V is a codomain. T is a mapping from U to V. T is a mapping defined from U to V. If you take alpha, this alpha, if this alpha is assigned to 0 cap is a 0 vector in V. 0 bar is a 0 vector in U. U lo 0 vector 0 bar. 0 cap is a 0 vector in V element. If alpha goes to 0 cap, alpha goes to 0 cap means what? Alpha, the image of alpha is T of alpha. Alpha image anta untadi? T of alpha. T of alpha equal to 0. And if T of alpha equal to 0 cap, then alpha belongs to N of T. Alpha belongs to N of 0 bar. If 0 bar goes to 0 cap, image of 0 bar is T of 0 bar. T of 0 bar equal to 0 cap. That means 0 bar belongs to N of T. 0 bar belongs to N of T. If there is a vector beta that goes to 0 cap, then T of beta equal to 0 cap, then which lies in N of T? Which lies in N of T? Beta lies in N of T. Beta belongs to N of T. That means the elements of N of T are the elements of U. N of T lo elements U lai alpha. So U, it is a set consisting of elements of U which are assigned to 0 cap, which are all elements which are assigned to 0 cap lie in N of T. If there is a vector gamma, gamma is not assigned to 0 cap, that is that goes to some other vector. Can you write gamma in N of T? No. Gamma does not belong to N of T because gamma is not assigned to 0 cap. Okay, if that is not defined assigned to 0 cap, then that vector does not lie in N of T. Okay, so you write a note. N of T is a subset of U. U ki subset. U lo elements avani. The elements of N of T are the elements of U anamata. Okay na? I understand this. Okay, write an important theorem now. you see, you write an important theorem. This is also asked many times in the examination. Theorem. Let u comma u of f and v of f be any two vector spaces. Two vector spaces. And T from u to v be a linear transformation. T from u to v be a linear transformation. Then n of t is a subspace of subspace of u. N of t is a subspace of u. Write the proof. Okay, if you see the statement, u and v are two vector spaces. Both are vector spaces defined on same field F. Both are defined on the same field. T is a linear transformation from u to v. So then we are asked to prove n of t is a subspace. That is our claim in this theorem. N of t is a subspace of u, because n of t is a subset of u anamata. N of t u ki subset kabatti danike subspace avutundi. In the previous theorem, R of t is a subspace of v. That is proved. R of t is a subset of u. Deniki subset aithe daniki subspace avutundi. Understand? So that is we are going to prove it. So write the proof. Given that T from u to v be a linear transformation. Okay. N of t, how n of t is defined? N of t equal to what? It consists of alpha, where t of alpha equal to 0 cap. If t of alpha equal to 0 cap, then only alpha belongs to u. Alpha belongs to n of t element. Okay. So what is our claim here? What is our claim? N of t is a subspace of u. It is a subspace of u. That is what we are going to prove. So to prove this theorem, we use an important result which is already proved in previous chapter. You first write that result. W is a subspace of V if and only if W is a subspace of V if and only if A alpha plus B beta belongs to W for all alpha beta belongs to W and AB belongs to F. This is the result we are going to use in this theorem to prove anamata. Okay. అంటే A alpha plus B beta belongs to W, alpha beta belongs to W. If this condition is true, then W will become a subspace. Okay na? If W is a subspace, this condition is true anamata. It is necessary and sufficient type. Okay na? Both ways. If you want to say W is a subspace, you take two vectors in W. Okay, you take two vectors in W. That means we are going to say n of t is a subspace. So you take two vectors in n of t. Okay, let alpha beta belongs to n of t and AB belongs to F. Because we are going to say n of t is a subspace. Alpha belongs to n of t means what? If alpha belongs to n of t, then t of alpha equal to 0 cap. T of alpha equal to 0 cap. Again, beta belongs to n of t means t of beta equal to 0 cap. Before this, I am sorry, we forgot to say n of t is empty or non-empty. First, we must say that n of t is a non-empty set, because subspace is non-empty. Subspace is a non-empty set. So if you want to say n of t is a subspace, that must be a non-empty set. You know, you see this one, 0 bar belongs to U. 0 bar belongs to U. We have already proved T of 0 bar equal to 0 cap. T of 0 bar equal to 0 cap. If T of 0 bar equal to 0 cap, then 0 bar belongs to n of t. If T of alpha equal to 0 cap, then alpha belongs to n of t. So this implies 0 bar belongs to n of t. So there exists at least one element in n of t. That means n of t is non-empty. So make sure that n of t is non-empty before you prove the theorem. Okay, now you take two vectors in n of t. Let alpha beta belongs to, because it is non-empty set. That way you can take two vectors, two or more vectors. If it is empty, how can you take a vector in n of t? Okay, so alpha beta belongs to n of t, and AB belongs to f, and AB belongs to f. Alpha belongs to n of t implies T of alpha equal to 0 cap. Beta belongs to n of t implies T of beta equal to 0 cap. You can write. If this condition is true, and A alpha plus B beta belongs to W, then W will become a subspace. You take A alpha plus B beta. You take that. Now T of A alpha plus B beta equal to T of A alpha plus beta. By linear transformation, you can write T of A alpha plus B beta as A into T of alpha plus B into T of beta. This is equal to A into, what is T of alpha? 0 cap. Plus B into T of beta is 0. A into 0, 0. Plus B into 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. Okay, and T of A alpha plus B beta equal to T of A alpha plus B beta is equal to 0 cap. If T of something equal to 0 cap, then something lies in n of t. Therefore, A alpha plus B beta belongs to n of t, where alpha beta belongs to n of t and AB belongs to f1, comma alpha beta belongs to n of t and AB belongs to f. By this result, if A alpha plus B beta belongs to W, alpha beta belongs to W and AB belongs to f, then W will become a subspace. Therefore, n of t is a subspace. Write the last point. By known result, by known result or theorem, n of t is a subspace of U, because n of t is a subset of U. So this is the end of the theorem. Okay.